There I am. Okay. Welcome to the Lights Out podcast. It's your buddy Cheez. We usually do that with Mike. Mike is on vacation, and my buddy, our good friend of the show, Mr. First Down, will join us. Look at my hair going everywhere. Look at that. Look at that. He will join us momentarily, but until he does, what we're going to do is talk a little baseball. Mr. First Down, he is a NFL guy, big Titan fan. We're going to talk about them tonight. In fact, we're going to go team by team, all 32. Yes, 32 teams. And we're going to do what we think will make or break each team this season. What will make them a contender, what could break them. So we're going to be positive and we're going to be negative. Mr. First Down tends to be more positive. I tend to be more negative. I get a little grumpy sometimes, but it is what it is. So we're going to do that, but first I'm going to talk some baseball. We might even do some predictions at the end, so make sure you stay until then. And as you can see, it's not my normal background. I'm also on vacation. Yeah, just so happens, but we do a show every Tuesday no matter what. One of us, either Mike or myself, will definitely be here. So thank you guys for watching. So we are going to talk a little baseball right now because it's been a crazy season. There's been so many teams that expect to be good that are not. There's been a lot of teams that expect to be bad. They're at least like decent. And then a few teams expected to be not so good that are really good. And most teams in the American League just are, there's a lot of teams around 500. It's just been kind of a strange season. So we're going to talk about some baseball, and feel free to ask some questions in the chat. Baseball only for now. When Mr. First Down gets here, you can ask any football questions you want, but we're going to focus on baseball to start the show. So there won't be the five flaming five, nothing like that. It's kind of a special show without Mike. It's a little bit more, just free for all. So feel free to ask any questions in the chat. But yeah, it's been a crazy season. Who had the White Sox in first place? Who had the Nationals right there, almost making the playoffs? I think they're like a game out. Who had the Mets being terrible? The Giants have been really bad. So it didn't necessarily think the Giants would be great, but it's been a crazy season. And if you did not see, Pete Armstrong, one of my favorite players, he got a cycle last night. He didn't just hit for the cycle. He did the reverse cycle. And what does that mean, Cheez? Well, it means you do a homer, triple, double, single in that order. And then he got a sac fly, actually, and helped them come from behind win for the Cubs. They won 5-4. He got 2 runs in the ninth to walk it off. And it's only been done 11 times ever in Major League history. That's about half the amount of perfect games. So it's so rare. Hadn't been done in 10 years. So PCA, he got not only a cycle, he did the reverse cycle, homer, triple, double, single in that order. And if you watch the game, he hit them all really hard. He's just so locked in. It'd be nice if anyone else in the Cubs could hit. I am a Cubs and Braves fan. Unfortunately, he's the only one hitting. They've had a lot of pitching injuries, so they're right around 500. It might be a few games over. So the NL Central has been really strong this year. The Reds have been struggling a little bit, but all of them for the most season were above 500. So let's see. We got some questions here. I cannot pull them up. Mike could, but I can see them. So I will answer your questions. You negative no. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Wish you could pull up the hey, Cheez. Hey, tell me this. What team is the biggest surprise and biggest disappointment to you? Oh, good question. I mean, I'm not pulling up the teams on my computer. I know this right off the bat. No, I think the White Sox are a big surprise. I think definitely they have been probably the worst team in baseball the last 5 years. They just haven't developed a lot of talent, and they're in first, but tied for first place, 6 games over 500, tied with Cleveland. So, and definitely in the American, we can do American League nationally. American League, my most pleasant surprise is Chicago. Houston's been disappointing, but they've been decimated with pitching injuries. So they've been a disappointment. But Boston Red Sox, 29-40, that's terrible. That is awful. And they have a decent-sized payroll. The run differential is only -4, but then why are you 29-40? So biggest disappointment, I'll say the Red Sox. Biggest surprise, I'll say the White Sox. In the National League, biggest surprise, I'm going to go St. Louis Cardinals. They're 39-31. They traded away some veterans like Nolan Arenado, Sonny Gray, Brendan Donovan, and I expected them to be last place. I think most people did. The Reds and Pirates, a lot of people thought the Pirates would be better. Reds made the playoffs last year. Brewers and Cubs, obviously, were 1-2. Everyone expected them to be good. But no one expected the St. Louis Cardinals to be 39-31, even their fans. And they're in second place right now behind the Brewers, ahead of the Cubs. So that's the pleasant surprise. And the Mets, 32-40. That you got to mention the Mets. That's awful with their payroll. They should be much, much better. Just looking at the stars they have on the team, they should be better. They traded for Freddie Peralta, and I thought they were at least a 90-win team. So you never know, but negative 23 run differential, 8 games under 500. Will the Cubs buy or sell at the deadline? Great question, Mike. Of course they're going to buy. I'll say this. Was it two years ago? I think it's 2 years ago. They were not going to make the playoffs. They were going to sell, and then they got hot right before the deadline. Cody Bellinger had like one of the best weeks I've ever seen a hitter have. In the month of July, he hit like 420, and they were winning all these close games. They weren't even a good team, and they got within like 3 games of the wild card, and Jed Hoyer went and traded for Jaime Urquidy. It sucks. If you're a Reds fan, he's terrible. And they should have sold. They could have got a lot for Bellinger. There were some veterans be free agents. They could have got a lot for them. So, and guess what? Mr. First Down, there you are.
I made it. The kids are asleep. My baseball season ended when Jose Ramirez's hand is broken. So that'll about do it.
Yes, hammer bone.
That's all, folks. Anyway.
Devastating. Jose Ramirez is one of the best hitters in baseball. It's absolutely devastating for a team that had a pretty good last 6 weeks.
Found their stride, chased a lotter. Manzardo finally awoke from the dead. Rocchio still doing Rocchio things. And then this happened. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Out indefinitely, of course, when everything was coming together. Typical. That's okay. I'm not bitter or anything. It's fine. It's fine.
So, if you haven't seen him, you've had him on a few times before. This is Mr. First Down. He knows more about the Titans than anyone I've ever met. So if you are a Titans fan, make sure you follow him. Give us your all your stuff.
I also do all the NFL stuff. So like I had a 49ers fan on last week, and it was spectacular. He runs one of the biggest lives on TikTok, and I got to have him. And he was absolutely terrific. We had a great time. So we're going to get through this NFL offseason together. Feel free to follow me at Fanboys Unleashed on all the socials. I'm there. Proud to have you. Happy to have you. Happy to talk football with you all year round. So we've made it. We've made it in life.
Can you pull up the comments by chance?
I sure can.
Okay, the last comment. I just want to answer one more baseball before we get to football.
Sure.
Comment.
Yeah. Which one do you want? You want the
latest one? Race? You think yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a division race you think is shaping up the most exciting for baseball? Oh, you know what? In the American League, yeah. Not in the National League. I think Tampa Bay, New York, could be really exciting. They're within 1.5 games, but I think anyone besides the Angels and the AL West. I think the AL West, any of those other 4 teams could win it. And I know the Astros are 8 games under 500. But the Seattle Mariners are in first place, 1 game over 500. Any of those teams could win it. So I think the AL West, Athletics, Mariners, Rangers, Astros, I think that's probably going to be the most exciting as well. But really any American League division race. In the National League, they're not even close right now. Good question.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you see that okay? I put the comments on the right side there. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I can see them.
Okay, cool. That they should automatically appear there. So we're going to see all the trolls and everything in perfect color. So there you go.
Mike doesn't like to put the trolls up, but Mr. First Down's like, let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Mike's not here. This is our show.
Mike's not here.
We're running a show. Yeah, yes. While the adults away, the kids will play, and the kids are in charge. So, are you done with baseball?
Yeah, we're done with baseball. I was just spitballing baseball until you got here.
Sure. No, that's perfectly fine. Like, I get it. I'm happy to do it. Happy to string this thing along with you, right? I feel like we're the kids in charge, like the parents away. They were like, yeah, we're in charge. What do we do? Like, So that is kind of where I'm at on
Yeah.
this. But
I see Mike as a parental figure. He's old enough to be my parent.
yeah,
So
yes. You've done something to that man. His facial hair is getting gray. He looks tired. Mike, but old Mike is making the rounds. He was on my good friend Nick Bodkin's show, and that hurts my feelings. You know what? Just for that, I'm changing all the overlays. I'm changing everything. Nothing will be where you want it to be when you're back here. I am chaos incarnate. I'll do it. I'll move everything around. I'm not beneath juvenile acts. Anyway, so I have to ask you, as an educated cheesehead fan such as yourself, how do you feel about this Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy pairing up again? The boys are back in town. They're back together again. It feels like the Blues Brothers, right? I'm getting the band back together in Steelers country.
It's so strange. It's just strange.
It's got to be weird.
It's weird because of the way it ended. Anyone that's watched all my videos knows that I think Mike McCarthy is a complete idiot. I think he cost him at least 2 Super Bowls. He won 1. I think he cost him at least 2 others. I think there was a 4 or 5 year stretch where they had the best roster in the NFL. And at the end, Aaron Rodgers would just get so frustrated with Mike McCarthy, his game planning, his play calling, and he was ready for a new coach. He was ready for a new order. Yep. Now, time can heal. It's been 8 years now. So 7 years, 7, 8, something like that. We'll go with 8. So at least he knows the offense, but it's just strange to me. It's strange. I don't think Aaron had any say in this. I don't think he would have. Appreciate it, Mike.
Sure, Mike. Don't you worry.
I don't think he would have been Aaron's first choice. Of course, he's going to say that, but I don't think he was Aaron's first choice.
No, if I know Aaron Rodgers, and I think all of us, you have more of a grasp on him, but I think we all got a grasp about his grudges, how he acts, and everything, that Mike would not be his first choice. I think that is a given. And look, I like Aaron Rodgers. I just think he's just one of these unique personalities that, wouldn't want Mike McCarthy back in the building. I think it's interesting because you look at Mike McCarthy, and he has success in Green Bay, and then, like you said, goes south. And then he goes to the Cowboys, has success, and then it goes south. And now we're with the Steelers. So do you think he has another one of these kind of weird, like really good years for no reason? Or what do you think?
It's just he's won a lot of regular season games, but there's just games where he gets in the playoffs and he's completely outcoached. You can tell the other team's game plan is just knows what he's going to do. And he even was outcoached by Matt LaFleur in a playoff game.
Right.
How bad is that?
Irony.
Yeah. So I think Pittsburgh hired him. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's from Pittsburgh. He's respected around the league. People like him. He's respectable. He's one of them. But doesn't mean he's going to be a good coach. And I think I still don't know what the Steelers were thinking. And, Aaron's obviously going to play one more year. That's it. And they're hoping McCarthy will stay longer. But I hope they have a plan because I think this has a chance to be a disaster because I don't know. I just think he's a moron.
I get it. He is a kind of a divisive figure because I'm friends with a lot of cheeseheads, mainly because I go on X and a bunch of cheeseheads are always in my comments for whatever reason. So, I see half of them like the guy or okay with him, and the other half hate him. He seems to be one of these kind of figures in your sports history. It's the same with Jeff Fisher and mine. Like there's people love him or hate him. And that's just how it is,
McCarthy won that Super Bowl, and I think it gave him 4 or 5 more years than he should have.
Yep.
When he started getting just destroyed in the playoffs, making all the wrong decisions. But but he is the Super Bowl, so they kept him. Well, he was a Super Bowl winning coach. When Barry Switzer is a Super Bowl winning coach.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get it.
One more thing about McCarthy. He has never not had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, or Dak Prescott as his starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Can you imagine some of these coaches in the NFL that have never even had anyone close to that good? So he's always had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and maybe Dak Prescott will be one too. But he's always had a great quarterback.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know how well Aaron will play. I don't know what will happen. starting next year.
Let's find out together.
Yeah.
Maybe I get to retire him the last game, because the last game of the regular season is in Nashville, and the very last one at Nissan Stadium. Would you like to know how much that ticket is going for, by the way?
Yes, I would. Very much so.
Front row, 50-yard line, $3,611. Last game at the stadium, last one of Aaron Rodgers. It was about 1,000 plus, and then it went up to, as soon as Aaron Rodgers said, "This is it," it jumped up to 3,000. I was like, oh, I thought about I wouldn't do it, but I saw how much that ticket was worth, and I was like, no, I'm not going to sell, but it was there.
Wow, still cheaper than going to a Knicks NBA.
No joke. How nutty. Oh man.
Oh, we have a question here. How different will the Steelers look under McCarthy compared to Tomlin era? Very different. Very different. Tomlin's no nonsense guy, defensive-minded coach. Mike McCarthy's completely changed the offense. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the Steelers are going to look like, because the Steelers have been kind of hanging on. They're good enough to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year. They won the division, but they're not. They've never been a contender. And I think Tomlin's coaching has been good enough to do that. And I don't think McCarthy's is. So we could see them right now. If I was picking, I'd probably pick them third in the division. I think Tomlin's just a better overall as far as like day-to-day coach. But
yeah, in and out. Better than Mike McCarthy. I agree. All right, are you ready to dive into the lovely topics that we have to talk tonight?
We are.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do for people that are watching. We're going to go team by team. We're going to talk for a minute or two, and we're going to give each of us are going to do what will make or break each team's season, and at the end we'll do a quick little prediction, and that'll be it for the show. Just got a nice NFL special here. Yeah. So I'm going to let you go first, because I wrote down two in case we do the same one. So I'm going to let you go first. We're going to start with the NFC East and the Philadelphia Eagles. What will make? Let's do make first, then break. Okay. What will make the Philadelphia Eagles?
What will make the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes.
What will make it is if Saquon Barkley returns to form. If he returns to form and everything's all fine and he's getting yards like a madman, they'll be just fine. That's their make.
What will make them is the defense should be absolutely amazing. They lost Jalen Phillips, bring in Jonathan Gennard. They're moving Cooper DeJean to safety, bring in Reek Woolen. There's no weakness on the defense. Jalen Carter, Davis in the middle. The defense should be a top 5 defense. So that's what will make them. What will break them?
Right. What will break them is Jalen Hurts not stepping up. It's time. You did a video on this. It's time to put up or shut up. Now let's go. So that Jalen Hurts has to step. If Jalen Hurts does not step up, that will break them.
Yeah, I have the same thing. It's up to Jalen Hurts. He doesn't like to throw over the middle of the field. He won't have one of the top 10 receivers in the league anymore. Mm-hmm. He has more depth, but he's not going to have that one go-to guy. So he must be better for them to remain a contender.
He's got to. He can't do the overthrows on the rollouts. He can't do the little dink passes that are just got to have it. All that stuff.
He can't roll out when he's losing everything and just chuck it down the field to A.J. Brown, who somehow gets open late. He can't do that anymore.
No,
it's not good, not as good as that. He's not big. So he doesn't have that safety net. So, yeah. Okay. Cowboys. What will make the Dallas Cowboys?
Damn Cowboys. What will make the Cowboys overall, and this might be the same as break them, is that defense has to be better. What's going to make them good, because the offense wasn't terrible, not great, but it wasn't terrible, is that defense. That defense has just got to be better. Has to.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same thing. They have added a lot of talent defense. A lot of it's young talent. They've added more talent, especially on the defensive line. Mm-hmm. So the defense has just been so bad for so many years. So with all the talent they added, even if they're league average, they should be a playoff team. What will break them?
What will break them is if we start having more of the weird Dak Prescott show up, where everything goes wrong all at once, especially if they get tight down into the division and they come up to, one of these games where it's got to be win or in, and it's just not getting done. So I think Dak not being at his potential will break them. I didn't want to say defense twice. Got to be honest with you. I just didn't.
No, I have offense too, but I have left tackle is a huge problem. Tyler Guyton's first round bust. Nate Thomas, they're competing. They're both not very good players, and you got to keep Dak upright. The left tackle position has been a problem since Tyron Smith left, and I think that could break him. You have to have at least a good left tackle in the NFL. So
I also want to say thank you, Cowboys, for Solomon Thomas. Appreciate you. Have a great day.
Already, Washington Commanders. What can make them?
What can make him? It's that quarterback. He's got to come in healthy. He's got to play well. Yeah. Period.
I have the same thing. He got so hot late in the year in the playoffs, got him to the NFC title game. If Jaden Daniels, is that same guy, holy crap, they could be amazing. If he's not, if he's hurt, he won't. What can break them?
Break them is I have offensive protection here. Boy got beat up last year. And I kind of fooled around with the defense here. I kind of feel that the defense will be okay, maybe okay. I'm more worried about protection for that young quarterback who showed so much promise. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil is great at left tackle. Sam Cosme's great at right guard. The other three spots are very questionable.
Right.
Yes. I actually had two, so that was one of them. So my other one, you talked about the defense. The defensive line stunk last year. It was terrible.
It did.
They must be better on the defensive line. They didn't really they added some edge rushers, but even defensive tackle must be better up front. The front seven was not good enough. Sonny Styles, Adobe Alpha, that should help, but their front seven was a disaster. That's one of the reasons they stunk.
I'm doing my best to dance around the most obvious choice as much as I can for the make or breaks. I think I'm doing okay.
We can do the obvious ones. Like I said, I have two written down for most of these teams. So okay.
I got you.
Just in case.
This next one's crazy.
New York Giants.
Yeah, this one's a little nutty to me. Because you could point out a lot of things. I'll just go with this one. Harbaugh has to show he's still a great coach.
Ooh,
let's just start with that, right? He was with Baltimore for later, had a lot of success, had some odd years too that people tend to gloss over. But he has to show he's a great coach. If you really believe in Jackson Dart, then this coach needs to show you how great Jackson Dart is. If you really believe in Cam Scadabo, if we see him, I don't even know the type of injury. He's good to go. Okay.
He just stopped running as reckless. He's just too reckless. He's got to learn.
Yeah. The guy. You ever seen the Two Towers of Lord of the Rings?
Of course, many times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who doesn't? Great stuff. That's going to be our next topic. Lord of the Rings. So the guy that jumps in with the torch and blows himself up. Yeah, that's Cam Scadabo. Like it's just reckless, abandoned. And just like
he thinks he's Juggernaut. He thinks he's Juggernaut from X-Men. That's what
I'm the Juggernaut.
The guy just can run through. Yes, I'm the Juggernaut. Yeah. I think what can make the Giants, you got it. Malik Neighbors, when he was a rookie, when he was healthy, like no one could cover him. The dude is incredible. If he's healthy and he shows what he did as a rookie, their offense could be really good. What could break them?
Defense. I feel like their defense could absolutely just shatter. We got several of their good players. They wanted to keep Flott. Flott came here, which is shocking to all of us. And they've got to find guys to replace those guys. And I mean, you're changing stuff on the coaching staff already. So defense is going to make or break them, I feel. Maybe Jackson Dart's more of an answer there, but I'm going with defense this time.
Yeah, I had the same thing. And Dexter Lawrence, I don't think people realized how dominant he has been the last 4 or 5 years. The Giants haven't been good. He's a freak. He's a freak, and they traded him. Defensive tackle, it went from a strength now to a huge weakness in the middle. The middle of defense could be a huge problem for them. I know they have good edge rushers, but the middle of defense, up the middle, defensive tackle, linebacker, safety, that whole stretch could be a huge problem.
And that's where your your dagger in the heart runs come from. That up the middle, just right by the linebackers, the whole shebang. It could ruin everything for you. It doesn't matter how good you are on offense. If they get to run down the field at will, then you're in big trouble.
Exactly. All right, AFC East time. Let's go New England Patriots. What can make them?
O-line can make them. if you give that young quarterback time. I actually am quite a fan of his name eludes me. Who is it? Who's the quarterback? What's his name?
Drake May.
Drake May. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Mayo. I don't know why. Drake May needs time.
That's Will Levis. Will Levis.
We don't talk about that. I'm surprised, by the way, he's not in the Arizona Cardinals jersey yet. I'm very shocked by that. But I'm just saying.
Mike would love that. He would love it because they would guarantee them the first pick if he starts their games.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I just a brief aside here. Mitchell Trubisky came in, and all the beat reporters, everybody down there go, it is quite clear that Mitchell Trubisky is the backup quarterback for the Titans this year. I was like, ouch. Yeah. But anyway, sorry. I had a little talk about my team for a second. That's good. I thought about being a little crass and making a joke about Coach Vrabel, but I won't.
Feel free to.
If Coach Vrabel just stops, giving insight to reporters, we're in good shape. But anyway, wah.
Especially female reporters, even though he's married. Okay.
You did it. I'm proud of you. He's got the wide receiver and AJ Brown. Give Drake May protection. I believe he will get it done.
Okay. So what can make them is Drake May is more like the regular season Drake May, not the postseason.
Right.
He just takes that postseason and he just flushes it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
He just missed winning MVP. Yeah. He continues to develop that, which could make him. What could break them?
What could break them is AJ Brown is not as good as they think he is. What if he gets out there and he drops passes? What if he gets out there?
It's attitude again.
Yeah, his attitude. He doesn't get a pass, and he's pouting on the sideline, or he's reading a book, or he's hugging the goalpost again. And let's not act like that's out of the question. You know what I mean? Like that is totally in play. Yeah, don't fool yourself and act like he's going to be just a professional now that he's here. This is a guy, by the way. You talked about Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. This is a wide receiver that went on Raw Room podcast and badmouthed Mike Vrabel, saying he didn't really want him on the Titans to begin with and all this stuff. So let's not pretend that he's like, oh, it's all in the past, everything's fine or whatever. AJ Brown has a tendency to act out. And if he doesn't pick it up, it will break this team because they desperately need him. Desperately.
If they start running the ball more than passing, he's going to get mad. That's what he didn't like in Philadelphia. He wants targets, so they're going to have to give it to him. So that is a thing. Yeah.
Give it.
Yeah. So you mentioned this one as the make, but I think the offensive line could destroy them. I don't like the offensive line at all. I think Patriots fans, a lot of them are mad on my channel because
they're always mad.
I thought they had a chance to add a left tackle. They didn't. Will Campbell, to me, would be a great guard, but he shouldn't be tackle. Elijah Vera Tucker's always hurt. So they gave him big money, but he's never healthy. Jared Wilson played left guard, didn't play great. He's going to play center. I mean, that left side offensive line could be a disaster. Has a chance to be not bad. And their offensive line was horrible in the Super Bowl. So I think that could absolutely break them.
I agree. I'm okay with it. It makes perfect sense. I mean, there are multiple selections for a lot of these teams that we are perusing here. Bills.
What can make them?
I mean, letting Josh Allen be Josh Allen for one would make them great. I'll just go with that one. Let Josh Allen be Josh Allen. Get some easy going passes and then throw it over the middle deep. Done. We're winning games again. So let Josh Allen can make this team excellent. He has before. I'm not sure if they've added enough. I think we all raise an eyebrow with how they like to add talent to that team. Maybe this is the year that he finally gets off the ground. But how many times do we get to say that, though? You know. But anyway. Yeah,
I have the same thing. I mean, he's got DJ Moore now. He'll be the best receiver he's had since Stephon Diggs.
Right.
Does he play like an MVP again? Does he cook? Josh Allen plays like the best quarterback in NFL, which we've seen he's capable of, then they'll be fine. What can break them?
It's kind of the same thing that I said with the Patriots. DJ Moore has to step up here. They desperately needed a wide receiver. They needed a wide receiver more than it's funny to say this. They kind of needed a wide receiver more than the Patriots needed a wide receiver. Josh Allen needs to have that guy.
Oh, I think they need another one. They should have gotten another one. They could have drafted for Boston.
You're right. I'm just stuck with what I have right now. The cards I see, you really need DJ Moore to do this, because if he doesn't do that, then we're wasting another year of Josh Allen. And boy, oh boy, what a waste it is.
So my break is the defense. People like to criticize Josh Allen for not winning playoff games, but I can see their defense give up 30 points, 34 points, 27 points, and then in the fourth quarter can't get a stop. Against the Chiefs for a couple of years, they just need a stop, a fourth down stop.
Yeah,
just one. And then Billy Beane, their GM, who's not very good, he has used a ton of draft capital. The first 4 or 5 picks last year, the first 2 picks this year on defense. So that defense has just got to be better and get some stops late in games. If they do with Josh Allen, guess what? They could be one of the best teams in the NFL. So the defense could absolutely break them if they stink again.
Yeah, no, that's a great choice. I like it. It's just, man, you just I am really rooting for Josh Allen. I love how he plays. I like him too. I just want it to work out, and so far it can't happen. You said Bean, and I wanted to be like, how dare you? The owner said Bean's a team player. He said it in that very odd, weird press conference. So
I don't know how Bean has worked. I don't know. Playoff disappointment after playoff disappointment, just like the Packers. I don't know how these guys keep their jobs. You can't just lose in the playoffs in games you should win year after year after. Mike McCarthy, we talked about it, won a Super Bowl, then just always would get upset in the playoffs. Oh, but he won a Super Bowl. Let's just keep him. Well, guess what? Billy Beane didn't win a Super Bowl. No one in the Packers regime has won a Super Bowl. LaFleur or Gutekunst. So I'm just wondering how he kept his job.
Yeah, I know. I sometimes that happens. I'm kind of shocked that Chris Ballard is still with the Colts. At least I think Ballard has a little bit more of a resume than Bean does.
Well, he doesn't have Josh Allen. At least Bean has Josh Allen.
Right. I agree. Bean, I don't know why he has a job either. I don't get it.
Are you ready for Dolphins? What can make? Okay.
Make the Dolphins anybody.
I came up with one. I got one thing.
Okay, give me one, because I am coming up nothing.
If there's like Malik Willis played well in 5 games last year, and they have Devon Chan. So if those guys carry the team, maybe they can win 3 games.
I feel like you're like that meme of Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the red string. If Willis does this, do you see? It's all coming together. This is where
we can find a way.
Yeah, this is exactly where we want them.
But maybe Willis is a franchise quarterback. Very small sample size. He played amazing in Green Bay. Christian Watson made it look a lot better, but maybe he is a franchise quarterback, and then they don't have to worry about drafting quarterback next year. So maybe. Maybe. Anything?
I don't have much on it. Look, I actually like Malik Willis. I enjoyed him while he was here. I'm glad that he is succeeding. But boy, you have not given that man a lot of toys to play with.
Worst receiving core in the NFL.
Yeah. I know. I made it out of the basement. I did it, guys. We made it.
No receivers to speak of. None.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. It's
really good running back.
I am so dubious about the Dolphins. It's
going to be rough. Okay, so what can break them? I mean, there's a lot of choices. I got one. What do you got?
I'll go with Willis here. I mean, if let's say that it's mostly about drop passes and stuff like that, at least you could see the development there, the growth or whatever. If he just goes out there and is throwing easy pick sixes and stuff like that.
If he's the Titans, Malik Willis,
right? Yeah, it's done. It's done. So we'll see. But that's my break. Malik Willis will make or break them. I'll go double here.
My break is the fact that there's maybe 3 or 4 guys on their starting unit that should start in the NFL. The roster, what could break them is they don't have talent. It's a terrible roster. It's probably the worst roster in the NFL. That's what could break them. There's just not enough talent on that team, not even close.
Right. It's pretty obvious that they are just conceding this year. I fully believe they're just conceding this year, and they're just going to try to put a little bit of a foundation in place and then take the next step. That's how I feel. I just don't think they're really trying to compete. I mean, you don't get rid of
they're trying to rebuild because their draft stunk, in my opinion.
It's not good.
I've said this before, I'm not going to keep ripping the Dolphins. I just released Dolphins video today. But when you need everything, you just take the best player, doesn't matter what position they are. And they didn't do that. They could have taken Caleb Downs. They did. They took offensive lineman that should have gone 10 picks later. They didn't. They took Caden Proctor. They should have taken Caleb Downs. They didn't always take the best player. Maybe 3 of their 14 picks. So I don't.
I thought they were going to take Downs too.
It's a poorly run organization. What?
I thought they were going to take Downs as well. I was like, well, this is great. Brainer. Yeah. This guy I think you and I both said that this guy's a certified stud. Like, go for it. And
you need everything. Just take the best player. It doesn't matter if he's a safety, if he's a running back, whatever. Take the best player, and they didn't do that.
I hear you.
They were like, we need to get better in the offensive line, so let's just take an offensive lineman. You can't draft that way.
I get you.
All right, Jets. What can make them?
Oh, woo! What can make them? Lord have mercy. That quarterback, I assume, would be the one to make them there. Gee whiz. Aiden O'Connell coaching coherently all season. There you go.
Okay.
I'm not trying to diss. They're
did
just.
You say Aiden O'Connell? Did you say Aiden O'Onnell?
I'm sorry, not Aiden O'Connell.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn. Sorry, he was with Detroit, and my roads are crossing. So yeah, sorry, Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn coaching competency, making good decisions.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
So I just think they got a lot of young talent on offense. A lot of young. They drafted Omar Cooper Jr., Kenyon Sadiq. They have Garrett Wilson. They drafted Mason Taylor, another tight end last year. So they have a lot of young talent. If those guys step up and play well, if they hit on those, they could be better on offense than expected. What can break them?
Oh, Geno Smith playing like Raiders. Geno Smith.
Yeah, I have the exact same thing.
Yeah, listen. I am highly concerned about the Jets just from saying things like Geno, he's going to take us to the promised land. I was like, why would you say something like that? Why would you say something so brave? So yeah, hats off to the Jets. I love their fans. I hung out with them at the draft in Pittsburgh. They were terrific. They were funny. That passionate fan base deserves some wins. I just hope it doesn't come week 1 in Nashville.
I hear you. All right, let's go to the NFC West.
Champions,
the Super Bowl champions. What can
champ is here? The champs are here. The Seahawks. What can make them a more? I would say I don't want to say competent because he's definitely competent. Can we say a more on brand? The thick, trunky coastal kid. What's his name? That Colin Cowherd called him. Who's the quarterback? I can't say his name.
Sam Darnold.
Thank you. Darnold. I was like, it's Sam, but I'm Sam. Sam Darnold playing more competently. I really loved him in the Super Bowl. You could automatically see his head when he goes, but I don't have to throw it because we're going to win. Like,
very conservative
processing. Yeah. He was like, I don't have to risk the ball here.
Seattle knew what they had. They knew the matchup was good, and they were very conservative. Just don't make a mistake. We'll kick field goals. They can't move on us, and they were right.
Right. Yeah, very much so. So I will say Sam Darnold playing even above where he was last year, and he doesn't have to play very much above where he played last year. So
I should have done 2 for this one. I had the exact same thing. Sam Darnold, just don't return to the Jets, Panthers, 49ers, Sam Darnold.
Right.
Be the Viking, just stay a lot. He wasn't that popular for agency. They got him only $33 million a year for a quarterback because they were worried maybe Kevin O'Connell got something out of him. Just be that guy the last 2 years, and you'll be fine. Yep. What can break them?
Defense. If that defense is not playing at an elite level, they're done. They've got to. And Kenneth Walker is their big playmaker, and he's in a Kansas City jersey now. So
he was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Right. I found that so odd that he left. I raised an eyebrow at that Totally.
They clearly don't value pay. They don't want to. Some teams just don't want to pay running backs.
They don't.
They don't.
I get it.
They have the shortest career. But here's what I'll say. Here's my break. I think they're just as talented as last year, but it's younger. So you don't have Walker. You have Jadarian Price. You don't have Kobe Bryant. You have Bud Clark. You don't have Reek Wallen. You have Julian Neal. They're draft picks, right? So they replaced the safety, corner, and running back positions in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
They replaced veterans they lost in free agency. So it's just as talented, I think, but not as experienced. So if those young guys step up, I think they'll be fine.
Okay. Right. I'm cool with it. All right, cool. We got the champions out of the way.
Easy make. What are about the Rams? The Los Angeles Rams.
This is going to be great. Oh man, what do the Rams need to succeed? Because I love that offense. I absolutely love that offense. I mean, I don't know how much higher it could get on offense. So I will say this: if that defense is just absolutely, and it has every right to be at this point, the most dominant defense, then they're in good shape. So that defense will make their year. Totally. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, what will make them is they have the best roster in the NFL right now on paper.
Yeah.
They have the best roster. Just stay healthy, run the course. That's what will make them. They have the best team right now on paper in the NFL. What do you think could break them? I got one thing I come up with. I'm wondering what you got. What can break them?
Matthew Stafford has to stay healthy. That's
okay.
Yeah. Well, what's yours?
Special teams. They stunk on special teams.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right.
That cost them games. I think if their special teams was just decent, they may have won the Super Bowl. Their special teams has got to be better because even though they have a great offense and great defense, there's going to be a game that's close no matter what. They cannot lose a game on special teams. But yes, Stafford staying healthy, that's really good too.
Yeah, no, I just, that back is not getting any younger that he has, and he is one bad hit away from it all falling apart.
The offensive line, I'll say this. Well, they're so much better in defense. The offensive line isn't quite as deep as it has been in years past. So they can't afford maybe injuries in the offensive line as well. Rob Havenstein retired. So the offensive line maybe not quite as good as it has been. All right.
49ers.
What can make them?
You're going to love this. What can make them? Staying healthy. Staying healthy will make them. Just stay healthy. Got Robert Saleh a job for coaching his heart out with a bunch of no-name guys and still making something happen there with no pass rush or anything else. They just got it. I know it's silly, but what can make them? Just staying healthy. Stop getting so banged up. Kittle, can he return to form and everything? They need these guys. The Purdy has to have these guys. So staying healthy is my make.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 6 or 7, maybe 7 stars on the defense.
Oh, gone. Yeah.
We're not in the playoff game. We're not on the field. Fred Warner, Michael Williams, Nick Bosa. We're not talking like okay starters. All their best defensive players were out.
Gone.
So they have an older team. So those guys they need Fred Warner healthy. They need Nick Bosa. They need Michael Williams, their first round pick in 2025 draft. They need them out there. It was a bunch of no names, like you said, on defense. What can break them?
What can break them? Purdy not living up to the potential that he needs to live up to. That's the best I could do with that one. I actually like Brock Purdy, but then you understand. Like sometimes there's these passes where you're like, where are we going there, bud? There's nobody over there, not one. And I don't know if it's a communication issue, but it is something that I've seen over and over in his play. Is a ball to absolutely nowhere where there's not a 49ers jersey on one side of the field. So
yeah, he's one of those guys that's like most of the time, some drives, he just looks, he always makes the right read, always makes the right check down. He looks so efficient. And then every once in a while, he just, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah. We can't play like this on it's like a 3rd and 2. Why are you trying to throw that? Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That has cropped up with him multiple times.
Well, here's what I got. Like, what I think could break them is they have a lot of older players that have just aged well. And what if they finally hit that? What if Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, talk about names. What's the left tackle? Williams.
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. What if they're all playing amazing and they shouldn't be still this amazing at this age? What if they all just hit that wall and
like
just
week 6 and everything just kind of
and that could really hurt, like you said, Purdy. But if they all kind of start falling off finally, then that could really hurt the offense, because the offense was great last year. That wasn't the problem, as the defense, obviously.
Right. No, I get it. Good answers. I just didn't want to say health twice. Health. You got to stay healthy. Stop being injured. Quit.
Yeah, I hear you. You could say that for pretty much, a lot of these.
It just seems like they were
What?
I'm sorry. It just seems like to me like last year the 49ers were just decimated.
On defense,
nothing left.
It was bad.
Nothing left.
Yeah, you're missing Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, and not just them, like 4 other starters. You can't. And they got killed in the playoffs. Yeah,
there isn't a rotation alive that can save you. Like not one.
You can fill in maybe one of those. You have a decent backup, but not everyone. No one has enough depth to fill all those positions.
No.
All right. So Arizona Cardinals, what can make them? Is there anything that can make them?
It's kind of like the Dolphins, right? It's like, okay, you guys are tanking. Gotcha. Cool. What can make them? Boy, oh boy.
A little better than the Dolphins.
I'll go this. Yeah, no, you're right. They do have some. I'm sorry, Arizona fan. I'm sorry, Mike, if you're listening. I'm sorry. Shoot, what is wrong with me with names tonight? The wide receiver, Junior.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, please step up, sir. Please. Somebody help Brissett. Somebody help whoever they're starting out there. Here's one. Are they going to start with Brissett and then move on to what's his name?
So you just let me into mine. What can make them? So I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Here's what I think could make them. And Mike and I have talked about this. What if, big if, Carson Beck wins the job, plays well, he's a franchise quarterback, and guess what? Your schedule's brutal. You're still not going to be good, but you don't have to worry about quarterback next year. You found it. So that's what can make their season if they actually have their franchise quarterback on the roster. I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't have made that pick. But you never know. He's got a lot of college experience. A lot of experience. Some of it's not great experience in big games, but he has a lot of experience. So that's what I think can make him if Carson Beck ends up being a stud.
I like it. If Carson Beck is a stud, then yeah, absolutely. Not having to worry about your quarterback next year is absolutely terrific. What if he's the quarterback and then they end up with a low pick? I mean, you could do a lot of things.
Play him anyway. Right. If he's good, great. You're better than expected. If he sucks, you pick first next year and you get Dante Moore. So there you go.
Why? How dare you spit on Arch Manning's name, you monster?
Not really that high on Arch Manning as a lot of people. If his name wasn't Manning, if his name was Arch Smith, he would not even be like a top 3 quarterback for anyone's list for next year's draft, in my opinion. But that's a topic for another day.
Who hurt you, Cheez? What did the Mannings do to you, sir? What happened?
I like the Mannings. I love Peyton. You kidding me?
What's going on?
We're Bulls fans. I love Peyton Manning, but I just watched his game. I just don't know.
I'm kind of with you. Unfortunately, my Vols have to play them next year, and I just know that he's going to go off because he's like, "This is where my uncle played," and get my butt waxed. But other than that,
we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's fine. We can break the Cardinals.
The ADD is swerving. So what can break the Cardinals is just
lots of things.
Cohesive play calling. How's that for one? Can we just have some play calling that isn't just absolutely bonkers?
It's terrible.
It's
especially
been
on offense. Yeah,
it's been really, really bad. So uncohesive play calling is my break.
What could break them is the defense is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the 3rd pick in the draft. There were so many good defensive players available at that spot, and they took a running back, which was already a strength.
They already had 4 running backs, right? Didn't they already have 4?
Yes, and I get, look, Jeremy Love is great. He is a great prospect. But you already have good running back room. You signed Tyler Rozier. You already have Connor. You have Benson. And you didn't use that pick on defense. And then you use your next pick on a guard, which I like that pick too. I mean, I liked it. But at the same time, the defense for Arizona could be the worst in the NFL. It's really, really bad. So that can absolutely break them. All right. Ready for the AFC West? Let's go.
Sure.
Broncos. What can make them?
Denver Broncos, what can make them is their quarterback, Bo Nix. Don't get me wrong, played great last year. We could talk about the hypothetical about him breaking his ankle and not being able to go to the Super Bowl, and it's ruined everything. But forget all that. They had plenty of games last year where it looked like it was certain doom, and then Bo Nix fought back and wins it later in the game. But if Bo Nix continues to take a step, his development will make them this year. If he can just keep going and not have to, because you and I both know this, there's only a short amount of time you can fight your way back from the dead in this league over and over and over again. Can't be that way all the time. Bo Nix has to continue to develop and make the plays.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing with Drake May.
Bo
Nix, and when he's faced some of the better defense, he wasn't as good.
Oh, yeah.
He continues to develop, and he doesn't have – Bo Nix doesn't have any excuses. It's his third year, and he has Jalen Waddle now. So,
right.
I had the same thing. If Bo Nix plays amazing, takes that step, that third-year step, the offense should be much better. What could break them?
They need those.
Again, we'll see.
They need their draft picks to play well because they didn't do a lot in free agency. And I felt like that was a horrible idea. It was not great. They lost good players in that rotation. And they're just kind of like, hey, we'll just draft these guys and everything will be hunky-dory. Because I don't know if you noticed, other than Waddle, it was pretty quiet on the home front as far as free agency is concerned. And I found that very odd. So they need those draft picks to play well. If they don't, it's going to break them.
Yeah, I have the same thing, but more importantly, like their defense has been really good the last couple of years, but they don't have the depth as much on defense. They had an edge rusher that's been arrested for strangulation and battery. They let John Franklin Myers go, and then they drafted a guy that's not like him, that can't rush the passer even close to as good. So they didn't really replace that pass rush. So the pass rush could take a step back. The depth on defense, that could be what breaks them.
Did you ever see that meme of watching Denver Broncos last year? It was Broncos fans all year, and it's like first quarter, it just says boo. Second quarter, oh no. Third quarter, incoherent screaming. Fourth quarter, hey, we won. Like that.
Hey, we are good, yes.
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's great. Who cares about the –
so much better in the second half than the first half last year. If he can play better in the first half, they'll be better off too.
Yeah. No, like I said, just more – better, more development. Can't keep
more better.
This. More better. Yeah, words are hard.
Words are hard. All right, Los Angeles Chargers. What can make them?
Oh my God, what can make them? Josh McDaniels being the certified genius that everybody says he is. That's what will make him. I'm sorry. Golly, I'm sorry, Cheez. The pressure of the show is.
How many Dr. Peppers did you have before the show?
Don't question me about my Dr. Peppers. Here we go.
Okay.
Give me a hell yeah. Anyway. Sorry.
No, Mike McDaniel, I've talked about him on my channel. I think he's great. I'm really big fan of his.
Yeah, he's got to be inventive here. Herbert, as many times, by the way, have you ever noticed, if you even whisper Justin Herbert on Twitter, the controversy that shoots up in your timeline. If you need clicks, just say, hey, what do you think about Justin Herbert? And watch your X comments explode.
Yeah.
It's
all over the place. Yeah.
He's one of the most divisive in a bad and good way when it comes to NFL football chat. Mike McDaniel unlocking Justin Herbert will make them this year.
Yeah. So I had wrote down two. That was one. The other one, though,
boom.
The offensive line was the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my life last year.
Wow.
Both tackles got hurt. If they can solidify that and just be like good or even just maybe solid, then their offense should be very good. And Justin Herbert will be much better. And I don't know if you saw, he actually got MVP vote. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
And some people were like, that's ridiculous. But it's like, with the worst offensive line, probably the worst pass-blocking offensive line, I have been watching football for 30 years. That's probably the worst I've ever seen. The fact that he actually put up decent numbers, I make sense. I was shocked at first, but the more you think about it, maybe he can be amazing if he just gets a good offensive line.
So you can follow Cheez at Football with Cheez if you want to talk about his Herbert take, everybody.
I'm a big Herbert fan. I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I hate that people rip him for their teams not backing them up. Yes, I'm a big Justin Herbert guy.
Hey, I get it. Look, it just comes a time though when you're like, okay, I got to see something. I've got to see it, and I see good things there, and I want Herbert.
The 2 playoff games were really bad, but
they're very bad.
They were, but the offensive line were both horrible in both games. So we'll see Mike McDaniel. What can break them?
What can break them? I don't want to say the same thing. I'll go with O-line here. O-line has to play better. If they don't, he's sunk. Yeah. Absolutely sunk.
So here's what I got for breaking them. Do you know that they have a top 5 defense each of the last 2 years in yards allowed?
No, I have not. I did not know that.
If you look at the talent, just look at the roster defense, I think it's about league average. Okay. And I think it's Jesse Minter. Jesse Minter, what could break them is they just lost Jesse Minter. Defensive coordinator is now the coach of the Ravens. Maybe losing him is what breaks them. Maybe the defense takes a step back. Even though they got Hakeem Messidor, a very good first-round pick, it's very possible that the defense maybe is more middle of the pack is probably where they should have been. So I think that's what could break them.
Okay. I like it.
Kansas City Chiefs, what can make them?
How about them Chiefs? What can make them is Kenneth Walker IV. That's what can make them. I mean, look, I don't care. Everybody can talk about Patrick Mahomes coming back week 1, and that's great. If he comes back week 1, he will not be 100%. I will guarantee you that. He will not be 100%. You're going to need Kenneth Walker to carry you through some of the weeks in the early NFL trend. And if he does, they're in good shape. And if things start to return to normal with Patrick Mahomes doing Patrick Mahomes things, then you're in good shape. So I feel like Kenneth Walker IV might be the linchpin. And won't it be interesting, Cheese, to see Andy Reid have a run game for once in his life? It should be fascinating.
That's what I have. It's like they have been one of the worst running teams in the NFL. Some games they go away from it. They actually got to a Super Bowl a couple years not running the ball, got obliterated. But they realized last year we have to get some run game. The way teams were playing them, they're putting 5 men in the box. We have to get some kind of running game going. So we'll make them if they do get a running game going. Imagine the play action with Patrick Mahomes. I have the same thing. What can break them?
What can break them? Mahomes is just not feeling it. I thought about putting Kelsey here. Right. Yeah. If he comes back and the knee's not 100%, and look, he takes hits. We've seen him get hit. And maybe one of the hits is too hard, and then like the knee becomes an ankle, and he's trying to deal with an ankle and a hurt knee all throughout the season. So Patrick Mahomes very well could break them if he's not ready to go.
Okay. I went on defense. They traded Trent McDuffie. They let Jalen Watson look in free agency. They're taking a big risk in the cornerback room.
They are.
It's been a strength for years, and now they did draft Mansur Lane first, but he's a rookie in the first in the 6th overall pick. They signed Ladarius Sneed. Okay, good luck with that.
Welcome back.
But
you can have him.
There's no one you cannot argue that it's better. So they could be their pass defense could be absolutely lit up this year.
Yeah, Spags has his work cut out for him. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, one more team in the AFC West, the Las Vegas Raiders. What could make them?
What could make them? Are we on the same boat here that Kirk Cousins is starting?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're just no matter what, they're gonna.
It's the right call, by the way. I fully believe it's the right call. Like I don't think you should start.
I don't know. I'm on the fence, but okay.
Are you really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. Mendoza, I think he's one of those people that most quarterbacks are not. I think he's one that could be, and he can do more things than Cousins. I don't know. So what's your make?
My make is Kirk Cousins comes in with a decently stacked team. I thought they did very well in the draft. I thought I thought, they priced me out of the center market with the Linderbaum.
Priced everybody out.
Priced it. Yeah. Did you notice not another center got signed after that? It was like, oh, great. I'll just go with this. If Kirko Chains plays like Vikings regular season Kirko Chains, then we're in good shape.
So I kind of went the exact opposite way. I said
that's fine. Go for it. I don't even know who's starting.
Well, Mendoza is so amazing. They have to start him, and he has a C.J. Stroud or Jaden Daniels rookie year, and he just takes over and is that good. So that's I doubt it with their offensive line, but yeah. What can break them, do you think?
What can break them is just more of what we saw last year. I mean, we got a brand new head coach, and everybody can rail on Clint Kubiak. It's still a brand new head coach. What could break them is him not being on the same page as his quarterback. Coaching mistakes, which are more likely than not to happen in your first year as an NFL head coach, and just complete apathy. Just not getting anything done. Of course, they'll be better than next year. I fully believe that, but how much better? Couldn't tell you. I will say coaching could break them.
I'm going to go with the defense. It was a bad defense last year with Max Crosby, even when he's in the game. And they still could trade him maybe before the season. It's possible. So I don't think the defense. They did draft a couple guys in the secondary should help, but I think defense is still going to be pretty bad, and so I think they could lose a lot of shootouts already. We're going to go to the South. We're going to do NFC South first. Let's go Carolina Panthers. Mr. First Down, what could make them?
Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Is Chuba still there? They still got Chuba? Or do they get rid of him?
There.
Okay.
He and Jonathan Brooks as the running back.
There are so many I could choose from here. I'm going to go Chuba. If Chuba Hubbard can get 1,000 yards this season, I feel like that could make them. I feel like that could really make it. If they have a nice dominant running force going for it. I have trouble. You know what? I'll change it. The short quarter. Give me the quarterback. Give me the quarterback. If he could just do it and not give us these flashes consistently, I think they could be not great, but okay. I think they could be okay.
What can make them is the defense improvements. They end up being an awesome defense. They signed Jalen Phillips in free agency. They signed Devin Lloyd also. So yeah, if they got to be better than the front seven. It's been a bad front seven for years. So if those guys play like they did last year, yeah, the defense could be a lot better. I think if their defense is improved, they could repeat as division champs. All right, what could break them?
I had the defense here. They really got to have that defense step up because I don't think the offense is strong, we will say. Okay. So you're going to have these moments where the defense has really got to step in for them. So I will say defense could definitely break them.
That's funny. My make was your break and vice versa.
Right.
Yeah. My break is same as your make. If Bryce Young doesn't take the next step.
Yeah, he's got to.
He's been a franchise quarterback. He's gotten better each year, but he's gotten better because he was so bad early on.
Oh, yeah.
But 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions is not good enough.
Pretty good.
Good enough in today's NFL. So he must take a big step for them to be a contender. So, yeah, I think that's what could break him. If he doesn't take the next step, they're not a contender.
It's one reason I struggled saying Chuba Hubbard was going to make them because they really need a running back. They've got to have some running game.
Jonathan Brooks was so good at Texas. He's been hurt ever since. If he's healthy, I think he could beat out.
He very well could. That team just desperately needs a running game more.
Yeah, I think so.
They desperately need one.
Minus a few Rico Dowdle games last year. They didn't have much.
No, they didn't have much. No. A lot of people jumped on that bandwagon of Rico Dowdle, and I'm like, I don't know, fam. I don't know. It's not consistent.
I think he's in Pittsburgh now. Yeah. Buccaneers. What do you think could make them?
What could make them is what is that? I'm going to do it again, Cheez. What is the name of that wide receiver, the rookie last year? I can't say.
Mecca Egbuka?
Yeah, Ibuka. I keep going to Bouquet. I can't stop. So Ibuka filling in that very large gap left behind by the Hall of Fame wide receiver and Mike Evans could absolutely make them this year. That is my make.
Yeah, I have. If the defense actually finally becomes good, I don't think the defense is since they won that Super Bowl with Brady, it's not been good defense, but they've invested a lot in the draft. So last year they got, Benjamin Morris, Jacob Parrish at corner. This year they got Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain at edge rusher, just had a trial linebacker. Keontae Scott, defensive back, maybe safety. So they've invested a lot in the defense the last couple of years in the draft. So hopefully their defense is improved. If it is, then that they could.
They're in good shape.
Yep, they're in good shape. What could break?
I will say this on their defense. They haven't been great, no, but boy, they hit hard. They hit absolutely recklessly. They are monsters.
Both defense always does.
Yeah, they just seem to always like. Are they great? Like I said, no. But boy, if they get you in the backfield, you're going down. You're going down hard. What could break them? Baker Mayfield. Baker. Yeah. The first 3 weeks last year, I was thinking like, dude, this guy could be MVP level. He's playing so well.
Oh, his first 4 games, he was the MVP.
Oh yeah, he was spectacular.
He went to Seattle and beat them.
Yeah,
he won at Seattle. Yeah,
amazing. And then it just fell off a cliff. He can't continue to do that. He's got to be more consistent. And people really like Baker and they want to put him up on that pedestal. But until he consistently does it, he's not going to be up there. So
I have the same thing. If he took a little step back last year, wasn't as good the year before, and now he doesn't have Mike Evans. So I think that's what could break him. Baker's got to play.
He seemed to get really reckless last year too with the football, and I thought I was like, oh no, I thought we were past this, bud. Why are we back to playing reckless? We did this in Cleveland. We're not going to do this here.
Yeah, that's what he's doing with the Browns. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go Atlanta Falcons. What can make them?
Oh God. Stefanski able to finally get that offense rolling because all I ever see on offense, how many times have we heard get Drake London on your fantasy team? It's happening. It's finally happening. It's come. Here it is. Anytime now. And now he's being paid a lot of money. They need that offense to work, and that falls in Stefanski's lap. So I will just say a more palatable offense, a more effective offense.
I'm going to go with the defense. The young defense needs to step up. They used a lot of draft capital last year on defense. They took 2 edge rushers in the first round, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., which somehow he's not in jail.
Yeah, that's so weird. That is such a weird thing.
And Xavier Watts is safety Notre Dame. All 3 of them, at times, looked really good. They could be future stars. All 3 of them. So if they continue to take the next step, the defense could be really good. So I think that's what could make them. What do you think can break them?
Sheesh. Quarterback play. I don't even know who's going to be the quarterback now. It's all crazy to me.
If it's Tua, that's bad. It's bad. If Tua wins the job over Michael Penix Jr., that would be devastating because Tua's not very good.
No, he's not. But either one of those quarterbacks has to play at least moderately well. You don't have to be a god or anything, but you've got to not make the big mistake. And both of those guys have made the big mistake consistently. So quarterback play could very, very well break them this year.
I had the exact same thing. Michael Penix Jr. was amazing in college at Washington.
He was.
And then he came in the last 3 games in the 2024 season and showed promise.
Right.
He did. He looked good, and I'm like, wow, okay, this was a good pick. And then last year, really inconsistent. There were some games where what are you doing? So he's got to – if we see the good – if he plays bad, then they're not going to have a good season. They can find themselves last place.
The part that bothers me about Penix more than anything is when he threw the ball more than a couple. This was a consistent thing. He threw the ball and it just hits the ground. Not even up for the grabs, not even somebody trying to catch it or anything. Just hits the ground. Nobody around. And that's when I'm alarm bells are going off in my head. What are we doing? What are we doing on offense for this ball to bounce off the ground like a rock? I don't know. I don't feel good about the Falcons quarterback situation. I want to, but I just don't.
Yeah, Penix, he was a big disappointment last year, but it could definitely break him. Okay. New Orleans Saints, what can make them?
Shuck continues to be the guy. I think that could definitely make them because he was definitely a surprise last year with how well he played. At times, I should say, He
got better. No doubt.
He got better. Yeah, definitely got better. If Shuck continues to make steps here and get things going, he made that offense look like it was actually functioning offense. So I feel like Shuck taking the next step here could do loads for that team. That could make them.
fact you say it's actually functioning. I mean, it tells you all you need to know about the Saints offense.
Yeah, for the last couple of years of the Saints, it's not been fun. They've had talent on that offense too, and it's just not done anything. So
yeah, I have the same thing. He did get better as the season went on, and now they added Jordan Tyson in the draft, Oscar Delp, and they signed Travis Etienne.
Whatever. It's Etienne. I don't care what anybody says. That is ridiculous. We have called him this for years. No one says anything. And he comes up in an interview and says it's this. Are we telling me that no journalist worth his salt ever solved how to say his name? Shame. Shame. Anyway, Etienne. His name is
Yes, Etienne. But yeah, with all those, they added weapons now. So, the offense, I think what will make them is that Shuck gets better with all the new weapons on the team. What can break them, do you think?
Shoot. I mean, they have Cam Jordan back, which is nice. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go same thing. Tyler Shuck does not take the step. That will break them there. Okay. I don't hate their defense. I don't think it's particularly fascinating by any means, but I feel like a lot of their game with Kellen Moore is going to rely on Tyler Shuck. And so he will make or break them this year. I'll go double answer here.
I'm going to go to the defense. The front seven wasn't good enough last year. Mm-hmm. They made only two additions. They signed Caden Ellis. I like the move. And they drafted Christian Miller.
Back, what's his name? They brought back the giant edge. What's his name? He used to play for Washington. Didn't they bring him back?
I thought he was just under contract. I can't. Oh God. Okay, let me look it up. But they also drafted Christian Miller, second round. I thought was a good pick, but at the same time, that's kind of their only moves. So I just felt like the front seven wasn't good enough. They needed to do more up front, and they didn't. You're talking about Chase Young.
Yeah, Chase Young. I
think he was already under contract, but I could be wrong. Maybe they re-signed him, but I'm just looking at this front seven. Vernon Broughton, Brian Breesy. Okay. Traded for Tyree Wilson. He sucks, but I just think the defense, I don't know, just don't love the front seven.
I get it.
All right. Ready for the AFC South?
Yep.
You know all about this division.
Let's dance.
Okay, we're going to start with your favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just kidding. Jacksonville Jaguars, what could make them?
I don't hate them per se, but what can make them? Cohen coached his ass off last year. I won't deny it. It was fascinating to see it work. I thought it was going to go off rails there for a second, but they got it done. They had some tough games, coached through it, and everything like that. I'm going to say Thomas Jr. at wide receiver, who did not do enough last year at all.
Correct.
You
looked at my notes.
Right, I'm sorry. I'll get out of your Word document in a second. Let me copy and paste. So I feel like Brian Thomas Jr. could make them if he just returns to form here. Because man, when he was his first year, he was electric. Mm-hmm.
I have Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter did not impress last year at all. If they show what they're capable of doing, that could make them. Brian Thomas Jr., I think he got tired of Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball, putting him in danger so much across the middle. He decided, I don't want to catch the ball over the middle. So they've got to figure out I get it. Trevor Lawrence does it. He puts his receivers in harm's way more than any quarterback in the NFL. So I understand that. They've got to find some compromise. They got to find something. And then Travis Hunter, especially as a receiver, just looked a little lost at times. It looked like he wasn't sure what to do in his zone. He wasn't sure. It didn't look right. And then he got hurt. So if that's their last two first-round picks, last three actually, because he used two on Travis Hunter. Those guys need to be better, and if they are, that could make them. So they were 13-4, I believe, with those guys not having great years. So
not bad.
Yeah, what could break them?
Yeah. I'm going to say Trevor Lawrence here. You and I have seen this story before, where Trevor Lawrence has a decent year, and then he falls off the face of the earth, and it doesn't look like he knows how to throw a football for some reason. And I'm not doing that just because I'm a Titans fan. Just look at him through year basis. He has trouble staying consistent. So Trevor Lawrence could very well break them this year.
I have the exact same thing. So Trevor Lawrence, he like back in like 2023 he had a 5-game stretch or 6-game stretch to end the year, and it looked like he's finally gonna be a franchise quarterback. Then he stuck again, and then he had that stretch like 7-8 games this year. If he turns back into a pumpkin, then they could be in trouble. And I think they're one of the favorites to regress this year, just because now their first place schedule, they did over. Just be honest, they overachieved. So, Lawrence has to be amazing for them to even be close. I think to 13 wins. All right. Houston Texans, what could make them?
Oh my gosh, the defense just getting even deadlier. I mean, they're monsters. They're absolutely monsters. But I'm going to go different here. I will say Tank Dell returning to form. Tank Dell comes back.
If he ever can stay healthy, he's like 135 pounds.
Yes, I hear you. He keeps getting killed, but that boy, he can fly. He can fly up that sideline. And CJ desperately needs that person that can just, hey, you can throw it as hard as you want, CJ. I'm back here. Go ahead. Chuck it. And so I feel like Tank Dell could very well make that offense go this year.
So I'm going to go with the offensive line. They added so many guys. It seemed like
they had to. It was so crazy.
They used their first-round pick offensive lineman. They signed like 18 guys in free agency. And so they obviously have depth, but find the right combination. It's been a huge problem the last couple of years. So if that works out, what they did in the offensive line, then finally we could see what CJ Stroud could do. So that's what I think. I think what can make him is their offensive line is actually good.
Yep. What could break them? CJ Stroud. I mean, goodness gracious, man. Like how we talked about Sam Darnold, right? Hey, I don't have to throw deep here. I could just try to win this game. CJ Stroud kept chucking that ball unnecessarily at times. He's got to play better because you very well could have been looking at a pretty big showdown of colossal defenses with Seattle and Houston had CJ Stroud decided not to chuck the ball over and over into the other team's hands.
Oh, he was so bad in that game.
He was horrible.
His offensive line was horrible. Okay,
I could literally feel you like closing your eyes and groaning when he threw that out route, and it was just a daisy. I mean, just an absolute daisy for the defender to snag. It was so bad. Bad.
It was bad. Like he and Justin Herbert both they get no help from the offensive line. I get it. None. But even so, Stroud has made some throws in that game that no one, even some of the worst quarterbacks in NFL history would make. I mean, I felt
like Mina Kimes said it best. Like, you already have a bad O-line, but you also had a bad game. That'll kill you. Absolutely destroy you.
He just – and the thing is, they only lost – he was that bad. Mm-hmm. One of the worst performances I've ever seen from a quarterback in a playoff game, and they lost 28-16.
Yep.
Yep. So you gave your defense – you put your defense in terrible – just throw the ball away, and they might have won.
I know.
What's crazy. So,
I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe that performance. Like, just sitting here watching it, like, what? How? It's crazy.
Yeah. I had the same thing. All right, Indianapolis Colts, what could make them?
What could make them is their defense. We got Sauce Gardner. We got the guys here. They started out super hot last year. I thought about going JT here, but I think I'll go their defense. They've invested into that defense. They really need it to kind of step up. So I will say their defense could make them this year. And Ballard's pretty good at picking defenders, I think. And then they retire early for no reason whatsoever. But
so they were a strange team. They were just outscoring people, just dominating offensively early in the year. Mm-hmm. And the defense was, only so-so. And then the defense got better, but then the offense collapsed.
Right.
I had the same thing. The defense continues to show that improve. They, like you said, Sauce Gardner a whole year, but they also drafted C.J. Allen in the second round. I thought he was a first-round talent, and they got A.J. Halsey in the third round, who I thought was a second-round talent. So they got really good value. They got a middle linebacker, which they needed because they traded Zaire Franklin to Green Bay, and they need another safety, A.J. Halsey. So, I think I agree. What will make them is their defense should be better, should be a very good defense. All right, what will break them? We
are ignoring the elephant in the room if we don't say Daniel Jones's Achilles.
Yes.
You are coming off not just a partial tear, a complete tear of an Achilles into the National Football League to be ready for week 1, maybe. So now you're going to count on your backup for what? 1-2 games, maybe 3, maybe more. And you're expecting a guy to come back with a torn Achilles. I mean, what are you going to do? Try to hand it off to JT? If you do, they're just going to stack the box and say, I dare you to throw it. I dare you to throw it. And
the rumor is Daniel Jones should be good to go to start the year. But
man,
I'll say
oh man.
I'll say this. When Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles, he was not right that first year, better the next year. When Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, wasn't right with the Jets, better the next year. Sometimes he just didn't move as well. Aaron Rodgers moved much better last year than he did the year before. And Daniel Jones needs to move well. He's a mobile quarterback. So sometimes it's the year after. So what could break them is if he is not able to move, if he has to stick in the pocket, we know he's not a great passer.
Right.
So that's what could break them. If Daniel Jones, if he doesn't heal right, if he's not able to move, then that takes – if you don't have to spy him, that takes away a lot of his strengths. So I agree. 100%. Daniel Jones. Okay, here we go. This is a big one. Tennessee Titans. What could make them? Oh, no. Okay, shaking his head. He didn't want to answer.
No, I will answer. I'm trying to think of something because I don't want to have the same thing twice. All right. Cam Ward. Pressure's on Cam Ward this year.
Okay.
You've revamped the wide receiver room. In fact, I haven't had a talented. I mean, I'm not even saying like greatly talented. You know what I mean? But guys that can at least catch a ball in your locker room in a long time. You've got tight ends that know what they're doing. Gunnar Helm was up and coming. So far, so good during OTAs. Looks terrific. You've invested in this offense. You now have Brian Daboll calling plays. That means you're up, slugger, when it comes to the quarterback. So go get him, Cam, because you are going to be the key reason we either fail or make it this year. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think Cam Ward, he was playing much better at the end of the year. So I didn't even bring him up. I'm not really worried about him. What I think will make them.
I'll worry enough for both of us.
Okay, good. What I think will make them is if the young weapons do show up. So they have drafted in the last 2 years, Carnell Tate, who they got 4th overall, Gunnar Helm, Chamari Dike. I hope I said that right.
Chamir DK.
Sure. And then Alec Ionomer. God, what do they do? What are they doing?
Ionomer. And it's these Canadians. He's Canadian. That's
what. If these guys step up, those guys are talented. They're drafted for a reason. If those guys step up, and they're good they're young players. If they're good right away this year, then that will help Cam Ward so much. So if those young guys, young weapons step up, I think that could make them one of the most improved teams in the NFL.
Right. Okay.
What could break them?
I do believe the defense is going to be fine. I am 99.9999% sure that this defense will be a top, at least either outside of top 10 or top 10 defense. I have no worries about that whatsoever. What does worry me is what if Brian Daboll turns into tablet throwing Brian Daboll on the sidelines. And we're like, oh my God, we finally got this guy that everybody says the Titans should hire Brian Daboll. And he turns out to be a complete idiot. And we're stuck with a horrible offense once again. So break them, Brian Daboll not being all that in a bag of chips.
Can't believe you didn't mention this, but I got to mention it. The offensive line scares me, man. I love Peter Skoronski. The rest of them are either there's some question of them.
This is the make or break for JT Latham. This is it.
Yeah, so he's got to be better. I guess Schlotzman's going to be center. I don't think he played very well in Cincinnati. I don't. We'll talk about this with an NFC North team as well. There's like one offensive lineman that I love, and the rest of them it's just questionable. So if the offensive line isn't good, it really doesn't matter if Cam Ward or the receivers play well. They've got to protect him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, it's on my worrisome, but I am more worried about Daboll because that offense has to function somewhat, right? We've seen teams outcoach their way through bad protection and stuff like that before, but if it is bad protection, can he coach you through it? And 2, is he going to have the not throwing tablet face going on when he needs to be making adjustments? So that's more of my worry. But offensive line is a problem. We've talked about it down here multiple times. So, but we're all kind of looking at Brian Daboll. Boy, I hope you are what they say you are. So that's where we are.
All righty.
North Hammond Bears, baby. Let's go.
We're almost there. We have 2 divisions left. We got the North. Let's start with NFC North Chicago Bears. What'll make them?
Oh, what will make them? I think that defense. I think that defense will make them. I'm not really sure. I keep replaying that last play in the playoffs in my head over and over again.
Caleb Williams making the really dumb throw.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Great.
that one. You said, yeah. You're like, I loved it. It was poetry in motion. Okay, I'll just go with it. Screw it. We'll do it live. Caleb Williams will make this roster go. Sure. I saw much improvement there. I think the coach is a really good coach.
He is. No doubt.
I think he can. If he can continue to unlock Caleb and Caleb keeps taking steps, you're in good shape. So Caleb Williams is my make for the Bears, the North Hammond, Indiana Bears.
Yes, the Indiana Bears. More on him, and we talk about break. You started so well. We had the same one.
I know.
Their defense has not been very good the last few years.
It hasn't.
And I thought the Bears had such an opportunity to improve the defense. Okay.
Didn't do it.
The offense was doing better toward the end of the year. Let's go out and let's be aggressive. They got a really good safety in the draft. I like that move. But the front 7, they did not do enough. They signed Devin Bush. Okay, he's had one good year with the Browns in his entire career. I'm looking at this defensive line, the front 7. It's not good enough.
No.
And so what could make them is if the front 7 does play well. If they just improve, there's internal improvement. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe they think these guys are better than I do. But what could make them is if this defense actually is decent. What could break them?
I'm going to go. I was going to switch it here, but I'm going to say defense. I think the defense is it will cost them literal games because then now you're really putting the pressure on this offense to keep things moving on down the field. So defense is my break.
And it didn't last year. So that's the thing.
No,
they won every close game. They won like 7 games. You count the playoffs where they were tied or losing at the 2-minute warning, which was an NFL record. Like they just. Like even if they win 3 of those, they finished last in the division. They won 7 of them.
Right.
And you win 20% of those games. When it's less than a score at the 2-minute warning, you win 20% of those games, and they won all 7.
And we talked about this. That has a shelf life. It has a shelf life.
Regression to me, it's bound to happen. So the defense didn't hurt them. So that's a good point. But what I'm going to say is Caleb Williams. He needs to be more accurate. He is one of the most inaccurate passers in the league last year. And the media thinks he's this great quarterback. He's this ascending quarterback. And if you look at the analytics, if you look at him, just take away the fourth quarter, take away when he gets some prevent defenses, take away that. Look at him first 3 quarters. He's not very good. He has not been a good enough quarterback. He's mobile. He can run for first downs, no doubt about it. But what could break them is if he doesn't show improvement. He's got to get more accurate. His completion percentage was awful last year. There's some throws where he misses guys by 5 yards early in the game. It's like if he was better in the game, they wouldn't have to be in these close games.
I agree. It's kind of like very funny, Dante.
The Madden curse was a thing back 20 years ago, like 6 to 7 years. Anyone that was on it got hurt, knocked out.
100%. It happened all the time. It's like what we were talking about Dante's Broncos, right? You can't just win the game in the fourth quarter. You guys got to
every time
consistently get it better and better. That's just how it is. I agree.
And it might be the opposite next year. Maybe they're a 12-win team this year because of their improvements, and they win not at like 8 or 9 because they lose all those close games. So Tebow time. Oh, Tebow and Madden. Oh my God. Hey, what was the name of that running back for the Browns? They let people vote one year, and that running back.
Was it Mooney? What was his name? Like Mooney or something like that?
Oh, what was that?
It was a fullback, wasn't it?
I haven't played Madden in years, but they let people vote, and they voted someone that like the sales were down. I can't. Yeah, remember.
I remember the Browns guy. But he had a really good game against the Patriots.
Peyton Hillis.
There you go. Thank you, Dante. Yeah, there we go.
You had like one amazing year, and that's it.
I've infected you with my name forgetting virus on this show. I can't remember names for no reason.
Dayton Hillis was on the Madden cover, and he was never good again.
Take it easy, Dante. Take it easy. Not everybody that gets a coffee in Denver is God's gift to the universe. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Debo. Oh my God. There is a Madden curse. I don't know. The cover is pretty bad. He's like flailing about. I don't know. I thought JSN should have been on the cover. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I thought he was going to be.
Player of the year. He was amazing in the postseason. Amazing
Right.
Super Bowl. That's who I would have picked. A little surprised, but
Yeah,
you know,
well,
they must think that more Bears fans will buy the game.
the media always wants the Bears to be good. They can't stand it when they're not good. I can't tell you how many podcasts I listen to when it's like the Bears are finally gonna do it. I'm here.
Well, they always win the offseason every year, no matter what. If they're good or bad, they always win the offseason. They're always. This is the year.
Always.
Yeah. They're another team I think will take a step back because their schedule is brutal. Absolutely.
Brutal. Yeah, winning has its punishments. So
okay, we have. I agree. All right, so the team
with Cheez, I don't know.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers, I think that's called. Yeah.
Where the hell is that?
What will make the Green Bay Packers, Mr. First Down?
Wide receiver play. I think the wide receivers. Okay. I think all of that unit together could really blow this thing open. I bet we both have the same break, by the way. But I think the wide receiver core here, because I really like Love. I really do. I love Love. I love Love a lot. But I feel like the wide receivers could play better for him. That's how I feel. So I think they could make this whole thing run better.
Okay, I went with defense here.
That's fine.
So when Micah Parsons got hurt, they didn't win another game. They could not get any pressure on the quarterback at all. So what will make them is if they can find someone or multiple people, hopefully, to get pressure. If they can find a way to get pressure without Micah Parsons, because he's going to miss at least the first 4 or 5 games, maybe more, then they'll be fine. If they don't get any pressure, they could get off to a horrible start. So I think what will make them, if and only if they get pressure with someone like Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, they drafted Dennis Sutton, Baron Sorrell, someone like that must step up, get pressure on the quarterback, then that will make – if they do that and they get pressure and have a good record before Parsons is back, they will have a good year.
I like that. I like it a whole lot. It was on there, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like your wide receivers could really do more for Love. I do. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft don't worry me, but yeah, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden are question marks. There's no doubt about it. They need to step up.
Right. I really expected more out of Golden. I'm kind of waiting.
I'll say this about Golden. I'll just say this real quick before we go to the break. Now we're not going to a break. What break of the break
after these messages?
I rewatch every Packer game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back after the season and watched some of Golden. I looked at some games where he had a lot of snaps because he did first of all get a lot of opportunity, but I watched a lot of games where the progressions where he was the third or fourth option. And by the time Love threw it, he was just getting open. It happened a lot. Mm-hmm. For some reason, LaFleur didn't trust him, maybe because he's a rookie. He didn't want to give him a chance. And then fans were calling for an X. Fans were writing into the team. Give him more chance. And then they finally did. And he had a really good playoff game against the Bears. So we're left with this amazing game. So I'm just telling you, there were times where he gets open. It's just, I already threw it to Dobbs. I already threw it to Watson. So I'm not really worried about him. He will get more playing time, but still, he needs to earn more trust and earn more playing time. Okay. What will break the Green Bay Packers?
Ladies and gentlemen, special teams. Clap, 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 clap. Killed you. Absolutely killed you last year. And they will again. It must be fixed. They have to be fixed. Special teams could break them again if they're not careful.
Well, they lose by 4 points in the playoffs, and they left 7 points on the field and kicking. Return game is terrible. Yeah, they have a good punter, but that's it. I had that, but I have 2, so I'll say the other one. Okay. The offensive line could absolutely break them. Zach Thomas, just kind of like they remind me of the Titans a little bit.
Yeah.
They have one amazing offensive line. Zach Tom at right tackle is amazing. The other four are questionable spots. I don't love re-signing Sean Ryan at center, especially because it was a really deep center draft. Aaron Banks at left guard sucks. Anthony Belton was a rookie last year, up and down at right guard. And Jordan Morgan has been a first-round disappointment. He's playing left tackle, filling in for Walker, who signed with the Panthers. So I love the right tackle. And the other four spots could be below average at best, maybe bad. And Love will be running for his life. So that could absolutely break him.
What I have found, Cheez, is that a lot of offensive lines around the league concern me. A lot.
Do you want to know quickly my theory on that?
I said it was the way college football is going. But
okay, that's
okay. Yeah, because Skronsky talked about it publicly. That your offensive linemen, they're going to pop off. They used to pop off in year 1 or 2. Now they're popping off in year 3 or 4, if they pop off at all. That's a problem. They're not coming in developed. They're not coming in ready to roll.
A lot of them aren't strong enough. They don't have a good enough weight room in college. Like you can't put a guy out there that just bull rushed every time. Right. So they got to get an NFL weight room. That's the one thing I've noticed.
Exactly.
But I'll add even more to that. If you are a college team and you have an athletic 295-pound guy, 305-pound guy, and he's super athletic, you're probably playing him at defensive tackle. And the 305-pound guy that's a little less athletic, okay, we'll put him at guard. So I think a lot of college teams are putting their most talented players on defense, and I think that's a problem. I don't think there's enough talent for offensive lineman talent in the NFL.
Probably not. No, yeah, but it's a growing problem around here because
it is.
You look around a lot of teams, and there's a lot of O-lines that give you a lot of, And
if you look, the last 2 Super Bowl champions, Eagles had a dominant offensive line. Seahawks had one weakness. Right guard was a problem. The other 4, they had really good.
Really good. Detroit usually has a good O-line. I don't know if they did last year. I can't remember.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay. All right. That's my break.
But first, Minnesota Vikings. What can make the Minnesota Vikings?
If they get the guy to stop playing video games and play quarterback.
9.
Not that guy. That guy.
I know.
That guy's done for. He's done for.
You think JJ McCarthy is he's your favorite quarterback? He's the best.
OTAs, and we already have him screwed. Why is there not a PR person talking to that man?
He's so bad with interviews. He always has been.
He's horrid. He's horrid. So yeah, look, what can make them? They just need competent. Let's be honest. They need competent quarterback play. You cannot have Justin Jefferson on your team not getting balls thrown to him accurately. It has to be done. It is absolutely silly to me.
Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, they have weapons.
They have all these guys, and nothing's happening. So they need what can make them competent quarterback play. That's
the same thing. Kyler Murray. I'm not counting on JJ, but Kyler Murray plays well. He returns to when he was really good in Arizona. He plays well. They'll be fine. That'll make him all right.
Yep.
We'll break them.
I mean, I guess I could say defense, but that seems so easy. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. I'll go double here. Kyler Murray. What if he comes back from Arizona and it really wasn't Arizona, that it was him? Like all the problems, all the missed passes, all these things. I know there's a lot of people out there that believe that Kyler Murray is the truth. I am not one of them. I think Kyler Murray could make or break this team just from his play alone.
Yeah, if he's motivated, I think he can be good. But
his demeanor is awful. It's so bad.
Yeah, it is. It's just such an unknown. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. I'm going to go with the offensive line. They have no depth there. When any offensive lineman has been hurt the last 2 years, it completely collapsed. Do you remember when they won 14 games a couple years ago?
Yep.
And the offensive line got hurt, and they got blown out with a chance to win the division, be number 1 seed by the Lions. Then they got in the playoffs against the Rams. The offensive line was hurt again. Disaster. They went from being a 14-2 team to maybe being the number 1 seed going, and then out of the playoffs like that because the offensive line got hurt. Happened last year too. So their offensive line, it's a really good one. It's got to stay healthy. So that could break them with any injuries there.
I like it. I'm about it.
Offensive line, we're going to talk about them again with the Lions. Okay, what can make the Detroit Lions?
Finding your way back with the coaching staff. You lost a lot of good coaches there. It affected that team. It was obvious. Dan Campbell. Yeah, I mean, Dan's pretty steady. I mean, he's a wild card, but steady. And he looked like he was out of sorts. He ended up taking over play calling at one point, just a mess. So they need to find their rhythm back on offense and defense. So that could make them is finding the right coaches.
Yeah, so I already teased this. They need to solidify the offensive line because Jared Goff can't move. He is
he's a stick.
Yes, and the offensive line did take a step back next year in the interior at pass block. The interior offensive line, all three spots, did not pass block well. And then now they have a rookie right tackle in Blake Miller. So if they need to, for them to hit their ceiling, what could make them, they have to pass block well and keep Goff, like give him a good clean pocket. What could break
it? Amon-Ra St. Brown. He could break them. They desperately need these pass catchers to go out there and do it. I've seen the Thanksgiving game. I need more St. Brown. I need a consistent St. Brown. They need him. And you know who else needs him? The quarterback that sits there like a stick. Needs him to make the big plays. So Amon-Ra St. Brown is my break 'em because I'm trying to be different than you and pick something different.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Bam! There we go. I was going to say golf, by the way, but I changed my mind.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a good one. But so their defense collapsed each of the last 2 years. Now in 2024,
injuries, right? Wasn't it injuries?
Yeah, right. The whole defensive line, all starters were out by the end of the year. Their defense collapsed in the playoffs. They lost their first game to Washington. They couldn't stop a thing. Last year, the whole secondary got hurt. Both safeties, both really Kirby Joseph and oh God, I'm doing the thing with you like you. I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, it's a disease.
Both got hurt. They're both like Pro Bowl type safeties. Like so, the whole secondary got hurt. Their defense can't collapse. They've got to stay healthy and they've got to be more consistent on defense. So that's what could break them.
I get it. I want to say this though. I wonder if you agree with me. It seems like when we talk about Jared Goff or anything like that, his ceiling is so high, but boy, is his basement low. Because I've seen games where he's throwing 5 touchdowns, he looks amazing or whatnot, and then you'll see a game pop up where it's more than 3 interceptions, horrible, god awful. He is a strange man. I've never seen somebody do so well and look absolutely flat. And not even flat, sub-basement. They look absolutely sub-basement.
This is who Jared Goff is.
Yeah.
17 games. For 13 or 14 of them, he's going to look like an MVP candidate. And the 3 or 4 other ones, he looks like a guy shouldn't even be on a practice squad. And
horrid.
There was a game against the Texans. He threw 5 picks at home in 2024 season. But somehow the Texans were the Texans, so they gave the game. They still lost the game.
Naturally.
They still lost the game. But he does this. He has 3 or 4 horrible games every year, and he did in the playoffs against Washington 2 years ago. It was one of those games, and they lost. So it wasn't just the defense. He threw 3 interceptions. So, if you're a Detroit fan, when he get in the playoffs, you can have a great team. You never know when you can have one of those games.
Right. I agree. AFC North, I know he's such an enigma to me. I've never seen somebody look so good but like Cam Ward has a bad game, right? It's bad. But like his bad game is just
there's no in between. It's horrible.
Jaw dropping.
Yes.
How bad it is.
Yes.
And
it's crazy.
I don't know.
All right. Let's start AFC North. Let's start Pittsburgh Steelers. What can make them?
Well, do you mean Green Bay, Pittsburgh location?
No, I don't.
That one stung. I felt the pain. I could feel it. I could feel it in your chest.
I don't miss Mike McCarthy. I don't. No, let's not go there.
Oh boy. Okay. I am going. Boy, there's a decent amount I can choose from here. What could make them? I'll go Aaron Rodgers here. I'll go easy. Aaron Rodgers could absolutely make him return to form. Makes Mike McCarthy look good with his very West Coast basic offense, and could make it happen.
Basic, correct.
I don't know how else to say.
Easy,
that's what it is.
Basic,
it's what it is.
We win a Super Bowl. We have
just out right.
Yeah, we win a Super Bowl. We have way more talent than anyone else, but they don't.
Correct.
So yes.
By the way, I love the name Freiermuth. I really wanted to say Freiermuth was going to be their make, but that's a silly thing to say. So I'm going to go.
Certainly wasn't last year.
Nope, certainly wasn't. That's why it would be silly, but I want to say Freiermuth. So Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to Freiermuth needs to happen to make this team go. So Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, what could make them? I think their defense just needs to return to form. It's always been a team that had a great defense, and last year it stunk.
Oh yeah.
Especially when any games TJ Watt missed, it was a completely different defense. But even when he played, it was a below average defense. And that, it's like when Aaron went to the Jets. Okay, we have a great defense. Just don't turn the ball over, which Aaron doesn't. You'll be fine. Defense got bad. Same thing in Pittsburgh. If you just play the normal top 7, top 8 defense, they would have been fine. I know they won the division, but lost first round of the playoffs. The defense kind of stunk. So if the defense can return to form, this will make them. They will be, a pretty good team, I think.
I like it.
What could break them?
What could break them? I have 2 here. So,
okay.
Trying to decide which one. I'm going to say, what could break? All right, I'm going to go with this one. That team on defense was tops in the league as far as penalties were concerned. Can't do it. Okay, you can't give them the 15-yard freebies. You can't let them get closer. Offsides penalties all the time when trying to kick a field goal, getting them closer. And I know that's silly stuff, but it still matters in the end. Defense can't have penalties over and over again. They just can't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I did not know. That's a good stat. That seems strange for a Mike Tomlin team, but maybe it's one of the reasons why he's out. My break is what was your make. What if Aaron Rodgers, just all his weird travels and whatever weird stuff he's doing. What if
darkness retreat?
Yeah. Well, what if he gets worse? What if even though they have more weapons, they have Michael Pittman now. They drafted Jeremy Bernard. What if he looks like a 42-year-old quarterback and he stinks and he falls off? Then they're in big trouble. So I think Aaron falling off could break them. What, breaking news?
No, I'm just thinking about that. No, my other break was people figuring out Mike McCarthy's basic offense in week 3.
It's so easy.
It's a drag route. It's a drag route. It's a slant. It's a drag. Yeah.
It was so frustrating as a Packer fan late these last 4 or 5 years. Just this game after game after game, everybody just out coaching him. And then he looks up and he's looking at the scoreboard all frustrated, turning red. And it's just like, why is this happening? It's because they know what you're doing. You're so predictable. Yep.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they were tops in the league in defensive pass penalties. Okay. Yeah. Can't do it. Yep.
Can't do it. All right. Baltimore Ravens, what can make them?
What can make them? They need that defense. It has to return to form. They were Swiss cheese last year. They were letting people in left and right. They got better later in the year, but still at the beginning of the year, we were watching guys, clear them out on offense, especially late in games. That defense could very well make them if they return to form here. And with Mentor, they very well could.
I have the exact same thing. I should have put 2 for here. Yeah, so the defense was pretty good. And then Mike McDonald goes to Seattle to be their coach, and they fell off a cliff.
Oh,
I don't think it's a talentless defense. It's not one of those defenses.
No, they've got players.
Rangers defense. Yeah, you can see why they stink. There's not a lot of talent there. They have some talent. They have some pieces. So now they ended. They got Trey Hendrickson. So right. Yeah, I think so too. I think the defense improves. That could really make the team. What will break them?
The only thing that could break them, Lamar Jackson. He's got to stay healthy, and he's got to not make bonehead passes late in the game, especially in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make those passes in overtime. It's an unnecessary pass. You can't single out your tight ends every single time, all that stuff. And I like Lamar Jackson. I would love it if he succeeded. Unfortunately, I just haven't seen enough to really make me like everybody seems apt to do. So, Lamar Jackson, be it his health, be it his decisions, could very well break this team.
I'll say this. He doesn't have the best receiving core he's got better skills. Compared to a lot of teams, he doesn't. It's not his fault Mark Andrews dropped that 2-point conversion.
No, it isn't.
But he needs to return to form. Back issues kind of scare me for a quarterback like him because he's got to run. He's got to move.
Right.
But he needs to return to form. And we're going to break them if he doesn't return to form. Yes, he's got to for them to be a contender. And they fell off a cliff last year. So he's got to stay healthy and return to form. And he's getting older.
Right.
That kind of quarterback is not going to have longevity of Tom Brady.
We've talked about that. People always say like, "Oh, running is a part of his game. He's amazing or whatnot." Okay, well, it has a shelf life. It is not conducive to a healthy NFL career. I've seen it with Steve McNair. I've seen it with Jake Locker. I've seen it with Vince Young. Okay, I've watched this movie 3 times.
Steve Young started getting concussion, started getting hit. He was trying to scramble. Yeah, his career ended early. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying personally, I've seen this story 3 times.
Yeah,
it's running football. It looks fun. It looks flashy. It gets you a lot of pictures, lots of videos, lots of clips, but it'll get you killed in the end, really. But yeah, it's got to be Lamar Jackson. Bengals. This is going to be an interesting one. What could break them? So many things. So many things.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about with the Bengals. Well, okay. What do you think? What can make them?
Here, let me just roll the dice here. Pick one. This is my make or break die. Okay, it can be either or. But I'll go simple here. Joe Burrow could make or break this team. I know it's there. I thought about saying defense, but I'm going to leave that open for you. I'm going to say Joe Burrow here because this guy, what can we say? This is another one of this. It's very golf-like, right? I've seen this man do amazing things. I've also seen him week 1 go against the Steelers and throw 4 interceptions and look absolutely terrible. He's got to be good here. Joe Burrow needs to be Joe Cool and get things done in him and Jamar Chase. Here we are. Cheez. Thank you. Need get it together and get it done.
Yep. I agree. Joe Burrow wanted them to pay both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He pushed for it. They did. They paid them both.
Surprisingly. The Bengals paid somebody.
Yeah, I have the same thing. He's got to be an MVP, play an MVP-like level, and he's got to stay healthy.
Yep.
And then their offense will be amazing. It should be amazing.
It's night and day if he's not there. It's night and day. Like, they have to have him.
Yep, I agree. And what do you think can break the Bengals?
The same thing that we're probably both going to say. That defense could absolutely destroy the Bengals. I've watched their offense put up 42 points. Didn't matter. Defense couldn't stop the other team. That defense has to be better. Has to be.
The Bengals have lost they win half the games where they scored 34 points.
Oh my God! What a crazy stat! Think about that.
I think I wish Mike was still watching, but there was a stat where they lost they lost 3 or 4 games at row where they scored 33 last year at one point. But going back 2 years, they've won half the games where they scored that many points.
Oh man!
And they can't beat the Ravens when it's crazy. I'll be more specific. Same thing, but I'll be more specific.
D-line?
They decided not to add to the linebacking core. I think it was the worst group of linebackers in the NFL. You had 2 rookies, Demetrius Knight Jr., Barrett Carter, and then veteran Oren Burks. All 3 of them played absolute shit. And you thought maybe they could make one addition, either the draft or free agency. Nope. I know 2 of them are young guys, but still, that is a terrible group. Yes, is it more important to be better up front? Sure, but I thought they'd upgrade a linebacker and they didn't. So that could be a disaster just in the middle of the field.
Yep. Nope. I'm in agreement. Look, it takes a whole team of defense. Look, I have Jeffrey Simmons and Myers on my team, right? But I also like having Cedric Gray right behind me as well. So that's a good thing to have. So you got to have your backup there. So, yeah, we did it. We made it through.
The Bengals, they got Dexter Lawrence. That's going to help.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to help. So
sure.
They got another thing. It's going to help a lot. They needed that. So.
I know. I love how you're like trying to. It's going to help. I promise. It's good. It's going to make
it. Well, it's better because they gave up the 10th pick and they could have had Caleb Downs. So
last but not least, and I do enjoy our time together. It's running short finally. But the Browns. Oh my God, the Browns. This team, they make me tired. I don't know. What could make the Browns? Oh, boy. Could it be one of the 8 quarterbacks? Could it be, wide receivers? Could it be Cheez? Oh, boy. All right, whatever. Let's go ahead and get this started. Deshaun Watson at quarterback could make or break the Browns. I don't want to pick this, but I don't think you and I want to do the Browns anyway, so I'll just say Deshaun Watson could make or break the Browns. You can say Sanders.
There's a reason why I put them last. Nothing can make the Browns. I have nothing. What can break them?
That would be epic. That's amazing.
There's nothing right now. Trade Miles Garrett. There's nothing right now about this. I mean, they did have a good draft, but I don't know. There's no quarterback to throw to those receivers. So
I love this.
Nothing can make them. They're going to be terrible. They're going to be awful.
I am so in love that you have absolutely nothing for the Browns.
Nope.
I sat here struggling before the show, staring at the Browns, going, "What do I do?"
I like the young receivers they draft in the first and second round. I do, but you don't have anyone that can throw it to them, so it doesn't matter. So
you're welcome,
Thanks,
William. You're happy to help.
All right, what can break them? We got a lot of. That's a long list.
God dang, what can break them? Todd Monken, Sanders, Watson, the O-line. Another one just retired the other day. It's getting worse.
I don't want to play the Browns. Just let me out of here.
The owner, Haslam, Barry, the GM. There's a whole lot that can go wrong. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Monken was the worst hire. I thought people blew that way out of proportion.
It was not a sexy hire. It just wasn't sexy.
No, it wasn't a sexy hire. But it's he's already coming in. He's already being honest, like, hey, we can't be that bad on 7-on-7s. We just can't. We can't afford to do that. I like honesty. Honesty will give you points with me. It doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach, but I like honesty. So I just feel, well, okay, who's starting this year, Cheez? Who's starting? Throw something at the dartboard.
A quarterback?
Yeah, throwing.
Taylon Green, 6th round.
I love it. You had a name. He might
be the best quarterback on the roster because the other 3 are terrible.
Oh my God. Ugh. Awful. God bless you, Browns. I hope something happens for you eventually.
I feel like they're going to play whatever quarterback gives them the chance to lose as many games as possible.
So on our succo meter on purpose, we have Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns, all trying to suck.
The Browns at least have 2 first-round picks. They got one for Garrett.
This is true.
Maybe they can move a quarterback. That's not guaranteed, though. So they need to lose as many games as possible. Yeah, same thing with Dolphins, same thing with Cardinals. Just lose as many. Jets, too. You need a quarterback. It should be a very good quarterback class. There's no reason to try to do everything you can to win 6 or 7 games and pick 8th or 9th. It could set your franchise back years. Stink it up and pick high.
I hear you. That's all we got, Lights Out Sports. We made it. Yeah.
You want to do a quick prediction? Who's your final 4? AFC title game, NFC?
Yes,
AFC title game. Who you got? Let's do
AFC title game. I have the Bills, and I had this, but I want to change it. You know what? Bills Patriots. How about that action? Bills Patriots.
Browns Dolphins.
No. What? I was like, what?
I'm going to go Broncos.
Uh-huh.
And I should have wrote notes for this. I should have thought about this before.
I thought about it, but I changed
I'm trying to think of a team maybe off the wall. Oh, you know what? No, I can't do that.
Do it. Say Jaguars. Say it.
No, God, no. I'm going to go
Broncos.
Chargers. I'm going to think Justin Herbert might maintain. I'm going to go division rival like you. Broncos, Chargers.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. NFC, who you got?
NFC, I am going with Rams. Sorry, it's just a fact. It's just a fact of life because Stone Cold said so. Okay. I can't help it. There's just way too much talent on the team. I will go Rams, and I will go. I want to be tricky here. I want to. Rams and Buccaneers.
That were in the Super Bowl last year did make the playoffs here before. What do you got?
Right. I got Rams and Buccaneers. That's what I'll do. I'll go tricky. I think Buccaneers turn it up. They get it done.
I'm going to go Rams.
Okay.
Because
why?
I don't know. And then I'm going to go Seahawks.
Oh, they're back. They're back, baby. They're back.
Rams win. So I'm going to go Rams Broncos, which I wanted to see last year. That was going to be my Super Bowl. So I'll go Rams Broncos. Who's your Super Bowl?
Rams Bills. Rams win.
You know what? Sean Payton. Coaches McVay. Broncos win. There we go. All right. That's our show. Thank you, Mr. First Down, for filling in. We asked Dr. Second Down, Colonel Third Down, and Professor Fourth Down, but they weren't available. So
I've got to tell you, I killed Dr. Third Down with the candlestick in the kitchen.
Okay. It was Dr. Second Down, but that's okay.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Colonel Third Down. Okay.
I got confused.
Wish I hope Watson has improved as a person. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
He was never a good fit for the offense. The owner forced that on him. It was never.
Yeah. Listen, we have to put up with Jimmy Haslam as a UT alum. Okay, I get it. I get it. So anyway, thank you all for watching.
Appreciate it, guys.
Be back next Tuesday.
Plug your stuff one more time.
So what?
Plug your stuff one more time.
Plug it in. All right. Fanboys Unleashed. We go live every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I am quite active on TikTok. I do lives. I connect with other TikTok live people. We talk football. We can get through this offseason together. Follow Fanboys Unleashed. Let's have ourselves a show, and you all have yourselves a terrific day.
All right.
Is that good?
Yep. Follow me at Football with Cheese on YouTube and Football Cheese without the width on X. All right. Thanks for watching. Mike and me will be back next week. We'll talk a lot of baseball.
So much baseball.
And Mike usually has a saying at the end. I have nothing tonight. Dr. Second Down. What was it again? Candlestick?
What? Doctor Second Down, candlestick in the kitchen. Oh, boy. They're paying him like one. I'll tell you that.
After they got the Francisco back.
Wow, I feel so bad.
I do think the Jags are going to take a big step back.
I'm gonna be John Heater in that skit, right? Oh, that's horrible. That's terrible.
I don't know that.
Horrible.
I haven't watched.
You don't know? He acts like that guy from Dateline. And people were saying, like, yeah, he murdered my sister. Oh, that's horrible. And he's drinking tea. It's really funny. Anyway, okay. Sorry. Get some sleep or go hang out with your family. I'm getting some sleep. So everybody have a great evening out there. We will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.